go. Wait, quiet, because I gotta make this video. So shut up once.
Sure.
Okay. So I got this coil pod started, and what I did to make it go outward is I was putting my coils kind of on the outside edge like this, right? And then if you do that, you know, it keeps getting wider and wider and wider. Can you see this with my hands? Yeah? Okay. Now I want it to go in, so I'm gonna start. I've already scored and slipped this. Actually, it looks like maybe I need a little more water. So I'm gonna run some water along there, and then I'll take my coil and I'll put it just a little bit, a little bit on the inside edge. Okay. And because I made kind of a thick coil, actually let's make another coil real quick so I can show you. So I've got that on the inside edge. I'm gonna score the inside edge again, and I'll slip it. And then I'll roll out the coil. Actually, I'm not gonna need all that. Okay, I'm gonna score this, and then put that on the inside edge again. Okay, what I'm gonna do now, you're gonna come get a close-up here of what I'm doing. I'm gonna make sure that, so I'm pinching it on both sides, and I'm pinching that bigger coil down onto this, and this is kind of like, see, it's not moving, it's pretty much leather hard. So I did use a hairdryer to stiffen it up. I actually used a torch, but you kids don't get to use torches. Only I do. And then with the second coil, because I've got those coils on pretty thick, I'm gonna pinch the second one on and make sure that it's attached really well. So I'm kind of pushing down and pinching as I go, but I can pinch this and I'll get a little bit more height as I pinch and go along. You see that? So see how much taller that is than it is going to be right here. And I'll make sure that I smooth this out so that it's really well welded. And then so the first way that you can get a more even kind of round or smooth surface is by using a paddle. So let me finish welding this on. And then I'll take my paddle and I'm gonna kind of hold it on the inside, and so right now it's really uneven, right? You agree? Nod the camera like this, so it looks like you're nodding. Like, yeah, agree with me. Okay. So if I take my paddle and I'm kind of holding my fingers on the inside, and you just do little tiny taps like this, you can pretty quickly even out your uneven coil pod. Look at that. Now it's basically perfect, right? And if you want to go even further, you can take one of the smooth ribs and kind of work the surface like that. But make sure that you're supporting it from, the inside as you're doing this. So I finished my coil pot, and I used the paddle so anywhere that's kind of like lumpy or bumpy, you can use the paddle to get it straightened out quite a bit. But if it's still really lumpy, what you'll do is get a surf form. And the surf form, so come in here closer so you can see what I'm doing. So you see this surface, it's really kind of bumpy, and it's gone kind of leather hard. So what I'm gonna do is run this up and down slowly, and it will slowly start to even out any irregularities on the surface. So let me get a section of it done here. And then I can take a smooth rib. I gotta do it on this side because I'm right-handed. So now you can see that this is smooth, and it's gonna make burnishing it a lot easier. Okay, so I've got my form pretty much finished. One thing that I did do with the serrated rib, if you have areas like this, there's kind of a curve or something, sometimes this serrated rib will work better to get into those curved spaces and smooth it out and make it not bumpy. So I'm going to leave this actually kind of scored all over because I am going to paint it with the black slip. So I'm just going to paint the entire thing, and then once this is bone dry and leather hard, then I'll come back and start burnishing it. All right, so when we're ready to start burnishing, you should have your pot surface really smooth already. Just add a little bit of water, and then take the back of your spoon and just kind of run it back and forth really quickly until it's dry again. Make sure the back of your spoon is clean too. So once it starts to feel like it's dry and it's looking a little bit shiny, you can stop with the spoon and you do the final sort of polish just with your fingertips. So it'll end up looking nice and smooth. Now, to do the black on black, so you're gonna have a shiny black surface and then a matte black surface. We can go back and paint more slip on it, but we could also just take a paintbrush with just water, and you can paint a design, a fairly simple one, just with water. That will ruin the burnished, polished surface and leave you with areas that are shiny and areas that are matte. So we'll let that dry for a second. You can see that line already. There's a difference between the matte black and the shiny black. Or if you want those lines to be a little bit thicker, you just go get more of the black slip and paint more black slip over the top of your shiny surface. Okay.